can't make fun of the objects. And
Okay,
you can't
of course.
challenge the objects.
Okay.
Like I'll tell you about the kid who challenged Annabelle later.
Okay.
But when you come in, it's dark in here, but there's a little bit of light.
Brian, come. How do you feel?
Nervous.
Nervous? I know. I'm all trying to get cute. I don't know. Yesterday I felt scared. Today I feel fine. I woke up feeling scared. Now I feel like really happy. I don't know why. We'll be back. Best Buy was closed. So next stop is Barnes & Noble. Are you excited to get our demon books? Pick up. Alright. Okay. We're ready. Okay. We just visit my really good friend Roxana, and she put a shield on us to protect us. Brian's calling his girlfriend. So now we're going to Best Buy because Best Buy was closed earlier. Best Buy. I need a memory card. We got our extra memory card? Okay. Now we're gonna go pick up our car at Enterprise, rent a car. That's where we're walking now. What a nice day. All right, let's go get our car. We decided to get juice because we've been eating really, really bad. We've been drinking micheladas and eating hot Cheetos every night and coffee. All right, I'm coming. Ooh.
You smell the juice.
I smell stuff. I'm gonna get that one. Which one are you gonna get?
Iron Man.
Oh, Sex Me Up and Iron Man. Got my Sex Me Up and he got his Iron Man. And we're good on time. We got our car. Now we just wait. We don't know which one we're getting.
We're going to get the one with the Connecticut license.
We're getting a Tesla. I'm really scared. Her face when I was like, I don't have auto insurance. Hey! I'm trying. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. So today is about, we've been recording like here and there, right? We're going to visit the real Annabelle doll in Connecticut. So we have a few concerns. Number one is it was all set up through email. So like our first concern is that we're gonna go there and get scammed. And then we also couldn't find anyone else that posted a vlog about visiting her, right? Mm-hmm. We just found like other like legit people, not just normal people like us that went to visit the doll. So hopefully that means that we're not allowed to record, because we're gonna try to record the whole experience. But he said, my hazards are on. Okay, he said the museum is closed, but for a small group like just me and my cousin, we can go. So I hope that means we can go in the museum. So once we realize that we're safe there with him, and we really hope we can meet Lorraine Warren. Where's her books? Because, well, I feel stupid. I thought they wrote this book, but she didn't write it. As Gerald Brittle did. But it's about her and her husband who passed. But we want them to sign our books, her and Tony, because Tony's also a pretty famous paranormal investigator, and he's her son-in-law, I think, from what I researched. So we want them to sign our books. So once we get there and everything there is legit, then we're just scared of bringing a demon home. So we're gonna go to church. I don't know if we have time. Yeah, if we have time to go to church, because we also want to go to McDonald's. I'm really hungry. So if we have time to go to church before, we're gonna do that. But we're definitely gonna go to church after and get blessed. And I have my rosario right here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I have my rosario, and then I have my evil eye protection thing. It's not real, but my mom got it for me, so it's special. And you have your rosario too,
yeah,
right?
It's in my pocket. And
yeah,
then
we're gonna hide it.
Our grandma gave us.
Oh yeah, show the little book. Mama Chayo gave us, or Mama Chayo gave him a little prayer book, but the prayer book's around protection. And then I'm gonna pray. Oh yeah, we don't know if we're gonna see the museum. We're hoping we get to meet Lorraine. And then we're gonna hopefully go in the Occult Museum And I hope we get to spend a little bit of time with them because I want to ask questions. This is the book Mama Chayo, our grandma, gave us. Sombra de Señor San Pedro. We're going to say this prayer before we go in. Also, we're doing this because we're really big fans of scary movies. I got into it because I liked the movie The Conjuring, and when I found out that Ed and Lorraine Warren were real paranormal researchers and she was a medium, I've always been into that. I believe in it because I've seen shit and things have happened to me. So I just kind of idolized her and felt like she was a very strong woman. And I always wanted to write her a letter. But if I get to meet her today, I'd be really happy. But yeah, so I just really want to meet her. And also the experience, and it's scary, and we like to be scared. But we don't want to bring a demon home. Like, we don't want to get cursed. So we wanted a road trip, like, to go to the Salem witch trials and just visit a bunch of haunted locations. But this was, like, the main thing. I think that's it.
I just like being scared.
I get scared really. I want to see if I feel the energy in the room, if I feel the energy around her. I'm not going to make eye contact with her. I'm going to look at her like this. I'm not going to look at her. Okay, I'm done. You got to say anything? No. Any last words? Just kidding. I really hope Jesus is watching over us. And so is Freddie Mercury. We're going to listen to you on the way there, so please take care of us. Just kidding. Alright, let's go. Okay. Are you ready? Hey, are you ready for this? Ready? Let's do this. Here. McDonald's! Oh, I'm so hungry.
Although when we left the apartment in the morning, it'd be in Deirdre's room with the door closed.
We're making a pit stop. We're gonna get McDonald's and Dunkin' Donuts. We got Dunkin' coffee. Oh, I really want you to try this. What did you get? I got a McGriddle and fries. And we got waters. What did you get?
I got 2 burritos and some cinnamon twists.
Veggie burritos?
Don't show Jocelyn because she'll be mad at me.
Jocelyn's gonna see this.
Sorry.
So we're just gonna eat in private and we're gonna listen to the audio. What are we listening?
Annabelle.
What is it called? Audible?
Yeah.
We're listening to our Audible and our demonologist. So we're gonna sit here, do that, get gas, and take off.
Use code Brian and Jenny for Audible. 20% off. Just kidding.
Don't use that, it's not real. We're nobody.
The Warrens further explain that the Amityville cave sources are
I feel like I can vomit, shit, pass out, and cry all at the same time.
Same.
Should I edit out the shit part? Yeah, I should. But
We are 0.8 miles away.
we're way too early. So
The destination is on your right. Arrived.
Where do we park?
oh, I can't see you. Oh, it's because it's there. All right, we're here. We made it. We pulled out of all the houses, so we don't want to like disturb people. But we're still really early. We have to be there at 2. Yeah, it's 1:37.
What time should we go?
I feel so sick.
We need to pull ourselves together before we go in and
yeah.
make a sense.
Okay, so let's sit here. All right, let's sit here and start praying. Sombra de Señor San Pedro.
Should I stop?
Yeah, this is private stuff. Okay, we're gonna go pray. We'll be back. Flies surrounding our car. Oh my god.
That's what I was talking about.
Were they there before?
No, I literally just saw that.
There's like a tornado of flies. Look, oh my god.
No, let us in.
They're not. We can't laugh when we go. We shouldn't have came together. We should have came separate. Are we laughing because we're scared? We need to finish the prayer. I'm crying.
Why?
Fuck. I think we should stop praying, honestly, because we keep laughing.
Okay.
We already prayed a lot.
We have to finish this.
Okay. If we can't stop laughing, we shouldn't finish it. This is bad.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys.
I know. I'm so sorry. We're not laughing at that. We're just laughing because we're dumb. Stop. I already stopped laughing.
No, I'm
Look,
sorry.
there's more flies now.
I'm so sorry.
We have to stop. We have to stop. Okay. Honestly, every time you look at it, you laugh. Let's just put it away. It's okay. We prayed. Oh, my child's with us. Everyone's with
Because of the
us.
apartamento prayer. That's
Okay. Stop mentioning it. My mom was right. We can't do this. We were serious.
Mom.
No, no, no. Don't call anyone. Because if we call them, they're going to convince us not to go. Okay. All right. Okay. No, let's just pray like normal. Okay. Okay.
Let me finish it in my mind. Okay?
Okay. And bless it upon me too. Don't read out loud, Kagola. Okay.
Ruega al Señor por nosotros que te favorece a tus devotos que cargan
You thought of Gagan, huh?
Sorry.
Let's just stop. Honestly, Brian, just stop. I don't want to laugh at anything. I don't want to
either.
laugh at the prayer.
We're not laughing at the prayer.
You're so scared. God, we're
Okay, let's
not
go
laughing at it. Okay. Wait, we're gonna turn it off because I don't want to disrespect them. We don't even know if we can film it. I don't want to show up with a camera in their face or a camera on their home. Even though their home's on Google, it's still like private. I feel like there's flies in here. Let's get away from these flies.
Please.
There's, oh my God.
You can't make fun of the objects. So
Okay,
You can't
of course.
challenge the objects.
Okay.
I'll tell you about the kid who challenged Annabelle later.
Okay.
But when you come in, it's dark in here, but there's a little bit of light.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, see how dark it is in here? It gets darker, it's real dark at night because the sun comes in. But
Why is it so cold in here? Is it?
yeah, it
Air?
happens. Well, there's no heat in here. But
okay.
again, it holds. You wouldn't believe how cold it gets in here, even in the spring and summer, you know.
Yeah.
But let's just start out with a few things here. This is all his objects that I've collected over the years, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the shadow doll. You can take a picture of it.
Okay.
But after you take a picture of it, I'm going to explain something. So this is what Ed refers to as a shadow doll. It comes to you in your dreams. And what this is something created for evil purposes. A young couple, actually, probably like your age, went into an antique store one day. And it's okay. It's okay. Went to an antique store one day and saw this at the back of the antique store. They thought it was like a neat old object or something. They didn't. I don't know why anybody would buy something that looks like that, but they did. What it is, it was created for evil purposes. You see the human tooth coming out of the mouth?
That's a human,
That's a human tooth. There's bird feathers there. See the bird feathers?
Yeah.
And then there's animal bone right down there. It's made to send to someone. In other words, I would take a photograph of this.
Okay.
A sorcerer, a sorceress, a witch, somebody who's into black witchcraft would know how to put a curse on you via this doll. In other words, they would take a photo of the doll. On the back of the photograph, Brian, they would go with a curse written. It could be written in a different language even, but it's a curse to you. They put it in an envelope, they send it to you. By you accepting the envelope and looking at the photograph, unbeknownst to you, you accepted the curse that goes with it. So, and the idea of the curse is to cause harm to the victim, that the one they sent it to. Could be just to get you to be ill, or it could be get you to die. So they call it a shadow doll for that reason. It's similar to like voodoo magic and things like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like a voodoo doll.
Yes, it's similar, but it's not exactly the same. But someone has to have a vast knowledge of incantations and rituals in the black arts to be able to make this successful. But the scary part about the whole thing is that it's unbeknownst to you. You go get the mail one day, you open up the envelope, and you pull out a photograph, and on the back there's a curse. You accepted it just by accepting it and looking at the photo. Over here, this is it. This is her.
Okay. I'm kind of scared.
Are you?
Yeah.
Don't be.
Okay.
Don't be, because I protected you guys when you came in. I'll tell you how I did it in a minute.
Okay. Can I look at her?
Sure, you can look and you can take a picture of her too.
Okay.
This is the real Annabelle doll. Now, you know about Annabelle creation and the Annabelle first movie.
Yeah.
And there's another one coming out in June. June 28th, Annabelle Comes Home. That's going to be really good. The real story is this, and I'm going to tell you the real story, then I'll tell you Annabelle. This is the Annabelle doll. The real story is 1970. 2 nurses who lived in Hartford, Connecticut, near Hartford Hospital. One of the nurses, Donna, received this doll from her mother as a gift. Her mother bought it somewhere, gift store or an antique store or something, thrift shop, and gave it to her. Because she liked dolls. How many girls don't like dolls?
Yeah.
Like dolls.
Yeah.
She was like 28 years old.
Yeah.
But she still liked dolls. So her mother gave it to her. And she liked it. She used to put it with her in the breakfast nook and things when she was eating breakfast along with her friend, the other nurse. And one time, they come home from work on a 4 to 12 shift, and Donna says, I think I put the dolls on the couch when I left, not the dolls on my bed. What's going on? Happened several times where she said, well, I'll just leave the doll with the legs uncrossed and over here. Come home, the legs are crossed. Now she's got suspicious. Donna's like, hey, maybe the manager of the building is playing tricks on us. He's coming in and he's doing stuff. Let's put some tape or something on the bottom of the door when we walk in and put the rug a certain way. We'll know if anybody was in the apartment. They come home. Nothing's touched, but the doll had moved again. They're a little freaked out by this, saying something's going on. And one day they found a note written on parchment paper. They don't have any parchment paper in the house. They never bought any parchment paper. And pencil or crayon. It said, help me. So now they're a little suspicious of everything. But the thing that really set everything off was one day they were sitting at the breakfast table and they had a doll with them. Out of nowhere, the doll's arms levitated onto the breakfast table, both of them like this. Boom. Now those are just flimsy arms. They don't move on their own. So I would have been freaked out, and I'm an investigator. I'd have been like, what's going on? They weren't freaked out. They were more intrigued about what happened. So Donna says, the other one says to Donna, the other nurse says to Donna, hey, I know a psychic. She must be trying to tell us something. Why don't we just hold a seance, find out what she wants? Donna says, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's do that. So that night, they had a psychic that they knew come in and do a seance on the doll. The psychic says to them, oh, I sense the spirit of a 6-year-old or 7-year-old girl. Her name is Annabelle. She was killed outside your apartment in a car accident. She's in your doll. They bought that hook, line, and sinker. They figured the psychic knows what she's talking about. Then he's really started to treat her like, oh, that's a human spirit inside our doll, man. And they call her Annabelle. That, first of all, is not the truth. No human spirit is going to occupy an inanimate object. God does not allow that. God wouldn't allow a spirit to occupy your camera or to occupy your car.
Why?
It's because it's not natural. It's not godlike to have a spirit living in something that's created by man, like a statue. Why would God allow your spirit to sit in that statue for millennia?
Yeah.
It wouldn't. But a devil could do it.
Yeah.
A devil could attach himself to the statue, or
Because
hide in
it's
it.
not human-like.
Yeah, because it's a devil. It's different than a human. A devil has never walked the face of the earth in human form.
Yeah.
Angels haven't either, because a devil is an angel that's fallen from grace. So angels and devils aren't human. They never were human. And so God makes a distinction, okay? So, it's in the doll, they think, a human spirit. One day, Lou, who was the fiancé of Donna, he's sleeping on the couch. The doll's on the end of the couch. He's sleeping on the other end. He wakes up with a start, sweaty. He's like breathing heavy. Donna's like, what's the matter, Lou? He said, I had the worst nightmare in the world. She said, what? He said, I had a dream that doll there was crawling up my leg, and then when it got to my neck, it started strangling me to death. And he's holding his neck like this. Then he takes the doll off the couch, picks it up with the 2 arms, throws it across the apartment floor, and says, that's just a Raggedy Ann doll, that can't hurt anybody. When he did that, 7 psychic wounds appeared on his chest and stomach. 4 on his chest, 3 on his stomach, like somebody took a scalpel or claws and went, and you could see the blood come right through the t-shirt. You could see red blood. Donna and the other girl, Ann Lou, are freaked out now.
Yeah.
And they're saying to themselves, wait a minute, that can't be a little girl doing that. Something's wrong. So Donna's freaked out, Lou's freaked out the other way, and so they said, we got to get a hold of somebody. So they called this Father Nolan, he was an Episcopal priest at Hartford. Can you help us? He says, you know what, I don't deal in that kind of stuff. That's demonic stuff. I don't deal with it. Why don't you call the Warrens? Why don't you call Ed? He knows all about that stuff. So they did. They called Ed. And Ed and Lorraine both came out that evening, talked to the girls, interviewed them at length, as you see in the movie at the beginning of The Conjuring.
Yeah, I remember
That's
that.
real.
Okay.
And finally it says, we have to have an exorcism of the house. Exorcism of the house is casting out of spirits in the house. It's stronger than a blessing. But it wasn't an exorcism of the girls or anything. They weren't possessed. And the girls say, they had a priest come in, and the girls say, well, what do he want us to do with the doll? I don't want that doll anymore. Ed says, I'll take it, and we'll find a safe place for it. So Ed brings it back to the museum. Puts it in the corner there. See where that vampire is? That's a chair.
That's
He put
the
it
chair
there.
he put her on?
He put it there in the chair. Because he's not thinking anything's going to happen later with the doll. And he had it blessed by a priest. And so that part of the movie is real, you know. So I'll tell you about that. So anyway, he puts it there. One day a Catholic priest later calls up Ed and Lorraine and says, he's a buddy of Lorraine. His name is Father Bill. He calls up and says, Lorraine, can I come over and show you my new car? I just got it last night. I'm very happy with it. I want to show it to you. Come on over, Father. We'll make you lunch. So he came over. And Ed knew him too, Father Bill. Ed knew him. Yeah, so they had the lunch, tea after. Then he looks at Ed and he goes, hey, Ed, can I see that doll that I heard put slashes on people? Ed says, yeah, come on down to the museum. So they walk from this upstairs, down the stairway, through this passageway over here, up into the museum. And Ed's showing them all the objects. And Ed's saying, don't touch anything. See that sign, danger, do not touch? There's a lot of those around before Ed was around. So Ed gets over here. He stands in front of the doll. There's all that candelabra and stuff wasn't there. It's more clear. But there's a little yellow rope in front of the doll. The priest says, Ed says, don't touch anything. And he starts to talk about what I just told you about Lou, about the slash marks. When he got to the slash marks, the priest somehow, maybe it was a trigger point, the priest reaches across the rope and grabs the doll just like Lou did. He picks it up before Ed could stop him and throws it across the room. And he says, God is more powerful than any devil or demon. So Ed says, Father, why'd you do that? I just got through telling you not to touch anything in here. That's dangerous. It's a dangerous artifact. And the priest says, God is more powerful than any devil or demon. So Ed says, you're right, Father. God is more powerful than any devil or demon, but no man is, no priest is. You shouldn't have touched the doll. So nothing happened to the priest at that point. They go back upstairs. He says goodbye to Lorraine and to Ed, gets in his brand new car, drives home on Route 84, Interstate 84, and he never made it home to the rectory. His car went out of control, almost head on into a tractor trailer, spun around, and totaled his new car, but he wasn't killed, but he was injured. It's like a warning to the priest.
Yeah.
A week later, he calls Ed up crying on the phone. He's like, how you doing, Father? Feeling better? He goes, yeah, I'm feeling better, Ed, but I don't feel right. Why? Because you were right, I shouldn't have touched the doll. What do you mean, Father? What's going on? Well, the last thing I could recall was looking in the rearview mirror and seeing the image of the doll before I crashed. So, that's a lesson. Now, did Annabelle do that to the priest? We don't know for sure, but why would you challenge something you know nothing about?
Yeah.
Like I say to people, like if I took an automatic pistol, put a magazine in it like this, said, don't worry about it, it's not loaded. I didn't load it. Just put it up to your head and pull the trigger. We'll play a little game. Don't worry, it's not loaded. Are you stupid enough to pull the trigger because you're trusting me? And there's one in there, and it kills you. You're taking a chance when you do that challenge. At that point, it wasn't in this case. It was over here.
I saw another case.
Not this case either.
Oh,
It was
okay.
that case. This is the original case right here.
Oh, why was
Right.
it moved?
Because I show it down the road at a restaurant once every few months, and I just leave it in the protective case there.
Oh,
Instead
okay.
of kept transporting back and forth.
Okay, so
And
that's
I
the
use special
original.
precautions. Did you see the Ghost Adventures when I took the doll to Zach's?
I read about your. I read that you asked them to follow certain rules and they didn't.
Yeah.
And eventually you packed up and left.
packed
I
up
read
and
a lot of things.
It's probably on YouTube if you look up Ghost
Okay,
Adventures.
I did see it, but I didn't click on it because I was
Okay.
under the impression
Okay.
that you didn't go.
Yeah, no, I did go.
Oh, okay.
So
It's the
So
original.
that's the real case, right? That's the original case since
Okay.
since about 1979 to like a few
Oh,
years
wow.
ago. That was always in
Oh, I
that
see
case,
the
never
cross.
left, never taken out.
Okay.
So, this young man comes on a motorcycle with his girlfriend. Ed is talking about all this stuff. Then he gets to the doll, and when he got to the part about the slash
Slashes.
again, almost like I said, a trigger, like it challenges or something.
Yeah.
The kid walks past all the people. There's a little rope here. It
Yeah.
was in the glass. It was in the glass. There's a little rope, and he bangs on the glass and he says, "This is a bunch of BS. If that doll can put slashes on anybody, do it to me right now," he says. Ed says, "You and your girlfriend get out of here." And the kid came with his girlfriend on a motorcycle, and he left. He never made it home either. 3 hours later, we found out he had a head-on crash into a tree. How we know what happened was the girl didn't die. She was in the hospital for like almost a year. But she said that the last thing she could recall was that they were joking and laughing about the doll. When he lost control of the bike, went right into the tree and was killed instantly. Now, again, did Annabelle do it? You can't prove either way.
Yeah.
But it's strongly suggestive, isn't it? Like he
Yeah.
challenges something like that, and then something bad happens like that. And the thing you got to remember, it doesn't have to come today. It doesn't have to come next week. Like you said, do something to me right now. It doesn't have to do anything until it wants. You said, do something to me. If it's a devil, it's going to do something when it feels like doing it. Not at your beck and call, not at your command. The thing is, you can't mess with this stuff because a lot of people think it's a joke. And they don't attribute bad things that might happen to them later on as from the demonic. Remember that the more good you do in life, the closer you are to God, right? Here's the scale. God, devil. You're in the middle. The more bad things you do, the closer you edge towards the devil because now you're doing what? The devil's work.
Yeah.
You steal. The devil loves that. You hit somebody over the head. You're cruel to somebody. There's another nick right over to that side because you're moving away from the Lord and moving towards the bad stuff, which the devil wants you to do. Now you don't pray. A little more towards the devil. You don't really talk about or believe in God at all. A little more towards the devil. You're bad to your mother and father. So you want to always move that way towards God. So people say good works don't get you into heaven. I think it does. Good works get you in better grace with God, right? Bad works, bad things get you in more grace with the devil, which you don't want to be with. Let me just show you a few other items here. Here,
How did Lorraine know she was so gifted?
Yeah.
Because when I was listening to the Audible book, and you spoke about they hired their own known psychic and she got it wrong, but Lorraine was able to go in and know that was not a 7-year-old girl, that was an evil entity. How?
and that's how Ed knew his own wife was psychic. When Lorraine was about 9 years old, and she was attending the Laurelton School for girls, back then it was only girls, in Milford, Connecticut. She one day was in a line with other girls, and there was a Mother Superior standing there and Sister Joseph standing there. And Lorraine bends over to one of the girls and says, look at Sister Joseph's lights. Those lights are brighter than Mother Superior's lights. And the girl doesn't know what she's talking about, but Mother Superior overheard what she was saying. Mother Superior walks over to Lorraine and says, Lorraine, we don't talk about things like that here. What Lorraine was referring to, unbeknownst even to Lorraine, she was looking at their
Sister
aura. Joseph's aura and Mother Superior's aura, but Sister Joseph's aura was brighter for some reason, because their aura changes moment to moment.
Yeah.
And she said, we don't talk about that. You're going to stay after school today and pray. So she got in trouble.
Yeah.
She goes home. She never tells her mother about anything. I had this vision. I could see this. Never, because she's I'm in an Irish household. We don't talk about things like Irish Catholic. We don't talk about that.
Yeah.
So that's when she first realized, because she thought all the other girls in the school could see the lights.
Oh.
But they couldn't. Out though, making his money as an artist.
Oh, and that's what you were mentioning us in the beginning.
Because there's a couple of his paintings up there.
Oh, wow, can I record it?
You take them. Sure, you take a picture of it.
Let's see. Ryan, if I'm recording, I could always screenshot pictures.
Yeah.
Okay, because the camera's gonna die. I just really want to get this. I want to show this to my dad. I didn't
show you something, Jennifer.
Okay.
Some more paintings you can take pictures of. Now this is not all cleaned up. It just squeezed through
that's
here.
okay.
This is the passageway.
Oh my god, I'm so scared.
This is the passageway that
Oh, I've seen in videos when Lorraine walked this way.
connected through the house. Now,
Yeah.
come on down here. Watch for the cobwebs. And you see the paintings on the walls. See? These are all his paintings.
Oh wow.
Look. These are all his paintings on the walls.
This is so cool.
I want to show you one painting that was I know was in The Conjuring 1.
Oh, okay.
It was the actual painting. This one here. This painting right here. That was in The Conjuring 1. So this is all the paintings that
I've
Ed
seen this.
did.
Yeah.
It's haunted by Ed. He wrote this. He wrote it out. And he painted that. He painted all these photos. That's the White Lady representation.
Wow.
Pretty wild, huh?
Yeah. That's really cool.
So this is the passage we see down here is the basement area, but it's like a little den area.
Yeah.
Halloween room, he calls it. Got it locked up.
This is really cool.
Isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
The last...
I feel really lucky that you let us come here.
Probably the last... I think probably the last 10 tours, I never showed them this
Wow.
hallway.
Thank you. Cool.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah.
Right there's a human skull from Satanists
That's real. Wow.
using black magic. Yep. Now, remember that Satanists take human sacrifices and animal sacrifices all the time.
Yeah.
Now, if you read online about Satanists or Satanist group,
Oh,
don't
sorry.
touch that.
Yeah, I
I'm
read
gonna
about.
explain that to you.
I read about that. Let
that's
me
the
go on this
satanic
side.
idol.
Yeah.
Let's talk quickly about Satanists and
Okay.
what they do, and then we'll talk about the idol.
Okay.
The
Can you hold
satanic
my bugs?
cults.
I'm like shaking now.
Satanic cults will never admit that they take human sacrifices or animal sacrifices because they don't want you to know that. They don't want you to think they're bad people. But they worship Satan. That's
Yeah.
number one. So right off the bat, you'd say to yourself, why would somebody want to worship the devil and not their creator, who is God? Good question. These people do it because they think they can get more power in life.
Yeah.
So in other words, they sell their soul to the devil. They're never going to go to heaven unless they change their ways. If they change their ways and repent, they can go to heaven. But a lot of them don't. And what they do is they think they can gain more power, money, monetarily, power as far as prestige in the community or something, sexual power, like more conquests. So what they do is they look for animals and humans to kill. And why? Why do they want to kill them? Just for good? They kill them because they think in Satan's eyes it gives them more power and more like acceptance by
Sacrifice.
Satan. Satan likes that when they kill. Satan wants them to kill you, wants them to kill animals. Anything that's created by God, they want dead. So they think, if I kill Brian, I'll get more power in Satan's eyes. If I kill Brian's baby, I get even more power, because the more innocent the human spirit is, they think the more power they get from Satan, because it's just more innocent, more power.
Yeah.
So don't ever they'll tell you this, but don't ever believe it, that they don't do it. They sacrifice humans and animals all the time. In fact, what they do is, in their little group, they'll impregnate one of the female members solely to harvest the baby to kill it. That's how bad they are. That's how cool
And
they
they're
are.
still around.
Satanists?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like a secret society, and that they don't talk about. Not too many
Yeah.
people talk about.
They could just
Where do
be
you
walking.
live in California?
We're from Los Angeles, so
Satanists are in Los Angeles,
Yeah.
all over. Every town almost has Satanists in it. There's a lot more than is published. Every state in the Union has Satanists. I can tell you that. This is a satanic idol found in the woods in Sandy Hook, Connecticut, 1991 maybe, about. And what this is an idol like you would worship Jesus Christ on a cross or God. This is the opposite. This is a satanic idol, something that's infused with evil, something that Satanists worship. And here's how we got it. A young bow hunter, he was about 22 years old. He's walking through the woods in Sandy Hook. He's bow hunting with a bow and arrow for deer. As he's walking through the woods, he gets lost. He can't find his way. Like, geez, I don't even know where I am here. All of a sudden, as he's walking along, he runs across this grotto of rocks, circular grotto of rocks raised. On top of the grotto is this idol. And he's only like 22 years old, so he's kind of freaked out, like, what is this thing?
yeah.
In the middle of nowhere, in the woods, the forest, I run into this. He like sits down in front of it, saying, he's all confused. He's like, he said, my heart was pumping. I'm thinking to myself, what is this thing? Something's wrong here. I got to get out of here. So he stands up and starts to walk away down this pathway that he saw. But he didn't know where he was going. He wants his car, which is on the road somewhere.
Yeah.
He's walking pretty fast. He's nervous, thinking about this thing. As he's walking, out of nowhere, and this is the crazy, creepy part. Think about it yourself. You're walking alone in the summertime in the woods. You don't know where you are. There's a little pathway. All of a sudden, there's nobody around. All of a sudden, there's a guy standing next to him, walking step for step, in cadence with this guy, dressed all in black from head to toe. He had a white beard, finely cropped, and white, snow white hair. And he's about 70. He's walking like this with this young man, like this. Not looking at him, staring straight ahead. Now this kid's freaked out. He's saying to himself, now I'm scared. This guy came out of nowhere and he's walking. He's not talking to me. And he's not looking at me. Like an intimidation factor, you know. So as he's walking, the kid says, all I wanted to do was grab an arrow out of my quiver and get this guy right in the chest. Like that, because I was so frightened of the guy. He goes, but I didn't do that, of course. He goes, but I did mention to just mutter out, how do I get out of here? And the man never spoke to him, never even like went like that. Just straight ahead and went like this. Pointed to the right and walked off to the right.
Was that man actually like an angel?
No. I know he was a devil.
Oh.
Not a devil, but he was a satanic priest, a high satanic priest.
Like
How we found all this out later on is he gets home, he's all upset. Tells his friends about what happened to him. They said, call Ed Warren, he knows about this. Gets a hold of Ed on the phone, because Ed's the number was published. Mr. Warren. And he tells him the whole story. And Ed says, you think you can find this idol again? Kid says, yeah. Ed says, okay, meet me there. Where'd you park? So the kid says, here's where I'm parked. You know, I'll meet you there. So they meet on the road. They walk in. The kid says, I think I can find it. They walk in. They find it. Ed immediately sees what it is. He looks at the kid. He goes, that guy you described to me, I know exactly who he is. And I know what that is. That is a satanic idol. And I know who that guy is. He's a high priest in a satanic cult. And that idol doesn't belong in the woods. I'm taking it back to my museum. So Ed put it in the car. Lorraine was with him. Ed put it in the car. They took it back to the museum. Ed puts it right here. No problem, right? There's no problem. For about 2 days, everything was fine. No problems at all. On the third day, I think it was, Ed's out in the driveway, and he's playing around with his windshield wipers trying to fix them. He looks back, he sees Lorraine about 25 feet away, watering some flowers with a hose. She's waving. Every time she looked at it, she'd go, hi, honey, like that. And he goes, hi. And he's working on his wipers. But then he turns around again like this, and she's not there. And he sees about 25 feet farther up, he sees she's lying on the ground in a fetal position. He drops everything he's doing. He runs over to her. She's semi-conscious. She won't answer him when he's saying what's wrong. I'll call a hospital. I'll call the ambulance. So he calls the ambulance. They come right out. They take her, put her on a stretcher, bring her to St. Vincent's Hospital here in Bridgeport. She's in there for 3 days, in and out of consciousness. I saw her on the second day she was there. And I describe it as somebody taking their fist and hitting you on the side of the head, and you have the flu in both. Like you know you're there, but you can't really like say too much. You're like punch drunk almost. That's how Lorraine was. Because I was talking to her, she hardly recognized me. She hardly recognized Ed or her daughter. So I said, Ed, what are the doctors saying? He goes, the doctors aren't saying anything. He goes, they're taking all these tests, but they're not telling me anything. They took like head x-rays and MRIs, whatever they are, and they can't figure out what's wrong with her. On the third day, she snaps out of it like nothing's wrong. She's perfectly normal. They released her from the hospital on the third day. So she came home, she was fine. So I was in the museum with Ed like about a week later. I said, Ed, did you ever find out what happened to Lorraine with that problem she had? He says, no, they never told. Doctors never could figure out what was wrong. He goes, but they didn't have to tell me. I know. I said, what do you mean you know? He said, I know what happened. He goes, right after I took that idol, that's when she got sick. He goes, that man, and he told me the guy's name, but he said, I hate to even say his name. Every time I say his name, here's how he said it, every time I say his name, something happens bad. He goes, I'm not going to mention his name again, but I remember it. I'm not going to tell you either.
Okay.
I don't mention it. Even though the guy's passed away, I still want to mention it.
Okay.
He said, that guy knew I took his idol, was ticked off that I took his idol, and as a warning to me, did that to Lorraine. He was, because he knows I'm powerful. He
Yeah.
was, that man is very powerful in the preternatural
The
realm.
man with the white beard.
Yeah. He said he's a high priest, but he's very knowledgeable in the black arts and ceremonial magic. He said, but he knows that I'm very knowledgeable in the positive things and in reverse ceremonial magic, so he didn't mess with me, but as a warning, he messed with Lorraine to let me know he wasn't very happy that I took his idol.
Yeah.
And that's the story. That's the story of the idol. It is because there's a poster for The Conjuring. Why I wanted to show it to you is that Lorraine Warren. Remember in The Conjuring? Well, you're going to see The Conjuring 2 tonight.
Yeah.
When you see The Conjuring 2 tonight,
Sorry.
you'll see 2 tape recorders. They're not exact, but those are tape recorders he really used.
Oh my
Open reel tape, they call it. Open reel decks. There's reels of tape that go on these.
Yeah.
You'll see it in the movie.
Yeah.
This is what he used to use. Remember in The Conjuring 1, he's sitting at the table.
Yeah,
He's
with the
saying
parent
it's
family.
1971. Right, and this is what these are kind of ones he would use. He had a lot of these cassette recorders, and he used a slide. He used to take a typewriter, no computers. You know, he fell ill in 2001, and before that, he never even tried a computer. He didn't. I don't think he ever got on a computer. Always typed. And here is a slide viewer. When he used to give presentations, of course, there was no video back then. There was no video. So what did they use? Photographic film in a slide form. He would take a camera like this, take all the pictures, but he just slide. They call it slide film, like it's 110 or 35 millimeter, and he would look at the slides on his viewer. And this
That's you, right?
that's me. That's me with Ed and Lorraine. See how young I was back then? I was probably in my 40s back then, 48, something like that. And Ed, of course, was in the U.S. Navy.
Oh, yeah,
He was pretty
I read
happy
that.
about that. He was pretty proud that he was in the Navy.
The office
World War II.
has like a good scent, but I don't know how to describe it.
You see? You're
Yeah.
sensitive, see?
Do
You
you
feel
smell
things.
It almost smells, I don't want to say a cologne, but it just has like a scent. Like how you have a scent.
Yeah, it smells good, right?
Yeah, it smells really good.
I'm going to give you these as a souvenir. 2 shot
Oh my
glasses.
gosh.
It says New England Society on it. 2
Thank
shot
you
glasses.
so much.
And there's something else I got here I wanted to give you if I can find it. Let me see, can I find it in here? Let me see here. It's over there. 2 dog tags with New England Society for Psychic Research and Lorraine Warren.
This is so cool.
And then 2 wristbands.
Oh, thank you. This is so cool.
Huh? How's that, huh?
It's a
Here.
light too.
I'm going to give you this. It's not that great a shape. It's
That
not
makes
bad.
it better. That's cooler.
It's a two-sided.
Oh, wow.
Two-sided that they use in movie theaters.
Oh, that's so cool.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
if you wrap it up, it'll be better. So let's,
Okay.
because devils will come, like as your friend there,
Yeah.
they'll come and they're never perfect. They're never
Yeah.
perfect. There's always some distinguishing thing that shows that they're not who they portray to be.
Yeah.
And you might even read that in the demonologist, I don't know.
Okay.
But I don't know what devil it could have been, but there's a lot of devils and demons.
Yeah.
They're there to scare you, to frighten you. See, it's almost like a double-edged sword, because they're there to frighten you and scare the bejesus out of you.
Yeah.
But what it also does, and maybe it's for a reason, it also makes you believe more in God.
Yeah.
Remember your father just said, I believe, that's why I believe in God and the devil.
Yeah.
Why these things happen that way they do and what it means, that's lost to the universe. There's the mysteries of the universe. Like Ed used to say to me, we're not meant to know all the answers either. I don't have all the answers. I've been doing this for 50 years, he said. We're not meant to know everything. That's the mysteries of the universe. But when you see stuff like that, you should automatically, next time you ever see anything like that, envision yourself in a white light around your body, the aura, around your aura. In other words, try to picture in your mind with your eyes closed this bright, glowing halo of light all around you from head to toe. We call that a Christ light or God's light of protection, because what it does, it protects your aura from attack. A demonic entity, like the one your father saw and the one that you saw, could try to attack you through your aura. And it won't make it unless you have a chink in your aura. And some people have chinks in their aura, they don't know it. How would you know if your aura is not perfect? You don't know. But it can degrade by certain things in your life. It could be mental illness. It could be heavy drug use or alcohol use. It could be just you're not a good person. You don't pray. You don't think about God at all. Something. Might have put a chink in that aura, a weak spot. And that's where the devil goes, for the weak-willed and the weak spot in your aura. And he knows you're weak when he sees the chink. So when something like that starts to appear, envision yourself in a white light and ask God, please protect me from anything evil, demonic, or inhuman. But you never have to worry about it, because if your faith in God is strong, God will always protect you, no matter what. Ed's been doing it. He did almost 60 years. I've been doing it for 30 years. I'm still here.
Yeah.
Ed was still here until he got sick, old age. He got sick. Your faith is your protection, always.
So it's 3 days after our visit? Right? So I don't know. Just a couple weird things happened. The only 3 weird things that happened for me was my phone froze when I was recording Annabelle. Right? And it was while we were there. I was trying to post a story on Instagram. And it froze on a very specific frame of her. But I didn't screenshot it because my phone was just frozen. And then eventually I was able to get out of it. And then when we came here and then we were watching the playback of the video, my whole laptop froze on the same frame on Annabelle. So we're trying to watch the playback and it's just freezing on Annabelle.
Why don't we just hold a seance, find out what she wants?
It keeps freezing on her. That's how she froze on my phone when I was trying to record her. It won't even escape.
The truth. No human spirit is going to occupy an inanimate object.
Why? And then the only other weird thing that happened, which I think was just our energy being like sad and negative, because I don't think we brought anything here, was my cat was acting really weird, Princess. I was sleeping And then she runs to the window, and then she just starts freaking out, and she's been sad for like a day and a half.
So she's better.
Now she's better.
Day 3.
Thankfully, she's good. But she was like really depressed, and she doesn't meow, but she was crying a lot.
Let's talk about our experience.
Oh, okay.
Well, first, what we thought it was gonna be.
We thought we were gonna go in and be scared, and it was gonna be like demons following us, right? We thought it was just gonna be really scary.
Honestly, I thought he was just gonna show us the doll and bye.
Also I also thought he was just gonna like let us in and be like, alright, here's the doll, 10 minutes, take pictures, take a whatever, and then we leave.
I didn't think he was gonna let her film.
Yeah, he was very nice. I felt bad. Yeah, so in the video, a lot of the footage is not clear because I almost felt like a little awkward and rude putting the camera in his face. But then towards the end, I felt a little more comfortable, and he said he was used to it. But he spent like 2 hours with us, right? Because my camera died. He spent 2 hours telling us a bunch of stories, which was really nice. And I felt really safe around him too, which was weird because then when the time came to see the Annabelle doll, and I told him I'm kind of scared, he was like, "Don't be scared. I protected you guys when you got here." I don't know when or how he did it. He told us he was going to tell us at the end when we were done how he protected us, but we forgot to ask. But I think he did a lot of things he didn't have to do, and he was a really nice man.
We didn't even get our books signed.
I know. We wanted to get our books signed, but we forgot that too. He led us into the original hallway where the house connected to the museum, which was really cool. It was like literal cobwebs because no one goes in there anymore. But he brought us in there to show us Ed Warren's original paintings. Only thing that I did feel was the room was really, really cold in a weird way. Like, I was wearing a beanie, so I was low-key sweating, but my legs were on ice.
I wonder in the video if you could see.
Yeah, he wasn't wearing a sweater, but the fog was coming.
The fog coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, because when he would talk, it was like he was like in the snow, like there was fog coming out of his mouth.
What you just...
And then I did feel like a little shaky around Annabelle, but I think that's just because I was scared. But that satanic idol, that thing scared me. I almost bumped into it. And I just felt like I didn't feel right. And I actually didn't even take a picture of it because I forgot, but I just feel like I didn't want to take a picture of it like in my subconscious because it was, it scares me. That thing really freaked me out. I think that one still has a really negative energy attached to it. Even though he said they bless it every day, but he said if you touch it, it can still like expose whatever negative energy's in it.
The vibrations of evil is still...
Yeah, so touching it could like expose it, I guess. We didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
We wanted to stay there with him. He was so cool. What? Stop. Those are the cats. They're my cats.
Do you hear that?
She's in the litter box. Oh, and he gave us some souvenirs. And I've been wearing them like every day. It has Ed and Lorraine Warren's name. Oh, imagine? No, just kidding. I don't know how to focus the camera. But I just feel safe when I wear it. And it smells like the museum. You smell it too, right? The museum had a scent.
I don't smell it anymore.
I smell it. It smells like sage and like water and incense. Just like old. It smells old. I smell your skin. You smell good. They gave us little shot glasses. Hold on. That's nice. Then on Friday we stood home and we were watching The Conjuring 2. And then we found out, it was really sad, that Lorraine Warren passed away. I don't know. That was just really sad.